Cell 17, cell 17. I think it's down here somewhere. I hope I'm not lost. I'd hate to get lost down here. It's so murky and... Oh, wait, there it is. Nearly walked past it. The rest of the cells, though, horrible. How can they keep people like this? Oh, well, this one isn't as bad. Hello in there. Can you hear me? I don't think any of the others can. You can? Okay, that's good. Alright, how do I go about this? So, my name is Wayne, and I'm a vampire. Oh, you know that already. Of course you do, this place is run by vampires. Well, if you know that, then you probably know why I'm here. Yes, I'm hungry, and I've come to feed on you. It's my first time doing so, and you were next on the schedule, which is why I'm here. They're very particular about who gets fed on here. Very strict. There's a particular order. I'm quite thankful for it, though. The other prisoners in those cells appear to be quite mad. The ones who aren't near death. I don't dare touch them. You seem all right, though. Are you new? Only a few weeks. I see. I think a few of the prisoners have been here for years. I can't imagine what it's like for them living here, being fed on day after day, week after week, year after year. Do you mind if I come inside? What am I saying? I'm going to have to if I'm going to feed on you. I should close it behind me, shouldn't I? In case you try to escape. Yes, that's smart. I'll do that. I don't think you'd be able to, but better safe than sorry. Now, how do we go about this? I'm sorry. It's my first time doing this, which I said already. It's just, I'm really not sure of the proper decorum here. You've been imprisoned a few weeks already. What do the other vampires normally do? Do they talk to you first? Keep you calm? Maybe hypnotize you? I'm afraid I haven't got the hang of that yet. I wouldn't want to trap you in a trance or something. Oh, I had no idea they treated you that way. I understand that you're a prisoner, essentially a slave. But to just walk in and start biting you seems barbaric and surprising, honestly. Especially since they've been treating me so well. I was only turned yesterday. I'm still getting used to things. I feel very different now. I'm not quite sure how to describe it. More powerful? Absolutely, but that doesn't quite cover it. My eyes feel bigger in a way, more open. Does that make sense? I see everything a little differently now, even things I've seen before. All the other vampires seem so relaxed about it, I'm not surprised. Some of them have been alive for centuries. But even if I was alive for that long, I don't think I'd ever fit in with them. They have very different perspectives of things. Probably because most of them come from royalty. They're from prominent vampire households all across the world. Oh, you didn't know? You're in the castle of House Dumont, perhaps the most powerful vampire clan. At least, I hope so. Their numbers are so many. No, I'm not one of them. Not yet, anyway. I haven't been initiated properly. They bought me a few days ago from my family. They live in one of the villages surrounding the castles. The Dumonts venture there every now and then, looking for blood bags like yourself. You can make quite a lot of money selling a relative to them. That's what I thought. I was going to be a blood bag that they fed upon. I didn't realize it was going to be like this. They didn't mention that. But I guess one of the vampires took a liking to me, took a bite out of my neck, then forced their blood down my throat. It was horrible. The taste, the pain in my neck, felt like I was on fire. It still burns every now and then. I woke up last night surrounded by them. A dozen of them all around my bed. They were all looking down at me in their eyes. They were... I'm sorry. I'm probably boring you to death, aren't I? Stopped by for a bite to eat and ended up talking your head off. Sorry. It's just... I'm working myself up to why I'm here. If I'd known being a blood bag meant you were kept in these conditions, I don't think my family would be so willing to sell me. I hope they wouldn't have, anyway. Maybe they don't care. They probably don't. I have 3 siblings, 2 brothers, 1 sister. Who cares if they lose one, right? As long as they have more. Is that how you wound up here? Did they buy you? Oh, I guess they wouldn't have, since you had no idea they were. Really? They just grabbed you off the road while you were traveling? That's terrible. I'm really sorry to hear that. What were you before this? What did you like to do? Really? I wouldn't have thought. Though, I suppose it's hard to tell what someone was when they're only dressed in rags. God, they're almost falling off you. You're so thin. Are they even feeding you? They are? It can't be much. I can see your ribs. No one deserves this, especially someone so... intoxicating. And look at you. You're so dirty, so unclean. That's not right. You deserve better care. Let me get a closer look at you. Oh, your pulse. I can see it. In your throat, I can... Come here. Come here so I can... I'm sorry. That wasn't me talking. I lost control. That's the first time that's happened, but I got told about it. I didn't realize it would happen so quickly. Listen, I'm going to feed upon you now. I've been putting it off too long, and I'm going to start losing focus, and I might not be able to regain control. If I hold it back any longer, I promise I'll do my best and not make it hurt. I got some tips from Eladia upstairs. She's a fairly mature vampire. She knows what she's doing. I think she's fed on you before. She said you were one of her favorites. Once we're done here, though, I'll see if there isn't anything I can do to make you more comfortable. I don't really have any real sway, but I have to try. I was almost one of you after all. Okay, I'm ready. Are you ready? No, I should be okay now that we're getting on with it. Okay, you sure you're ready? Alright, here, take my hand. It's more for me than anything. If you told me last week I'd be doing this, I'd call you a liar. My skin's cold. Yes, it is. Apparently, I used to be very warm-skinned before all this. Okay, are you comfy? I'm gonna get a little closer. Turn your head for me. That way I can see your neck. Thank you. I don't know how being fed upon feels, but I fell unconscious when it happened to me. The one who bit me fed quite deeply. They had to turn me. But I won't do the same for you. I'm just going to take what I need, okay? Eladia said it doesn't hurt if you don't take too much. Okay? Alright. Feel free to grip my hand as tight as you want. I can take it. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Are you okay? It doesn't hurt, does it? Alright, as long as it doesn't hurt. Oh my, that was... I wasn't sure how it was going to taste, but I didn't expect it to be... well, like that. Yes, it tasted very nice, actually. I'm trying to think, but I don't think I've tasted anything better. Really, I'm being completely serious. Your blood is delicious. And I'm not sure if anybody tastes like that, or if it's just you, but wow. I can see why you're Lady's favorite. Are you alright though? You said you were, but I just want to be sure. You liked it? Did you like the other vampires feeding on you? Oh, they hurt you. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Poor thing. Maybe they drank too much, but if you're feeling dizzy, maybe you should just lie down. That way you may feel better. There, just lie your head back and recover. I'm sure you'll be fine in a minute or two. Thank you so much for helping me like this. I don't know if I could have done it without you. You really made this painless. Hopefully I did the same for you. I'm going to go. Let you rest, but don't worry. I keep my promises. I'm still new, but I'll see if there's anything I can do to make your time here better. You deserve it. You don't deserve what they're doing to you, okay? Just existing meal to meal. I'll try and help. You won't be forgotten. I promise. Thank you, though. I really mean it. This has helped me tremendously. God, I hope I get you on my schedule again. I'll have to see if I can book you in advance. Oh, your eyes are closing. Yeah, you rest, sweetie. You deserve it. You did wonderfully. Get some rest, and don't worry. I'll see you soon. Hello? It's me. Again. Are you alright? Freezing? Yes, you do look particularly frozen. That won't do. Here, I brought this blanket for you. I thought you looked cold the last time I visited, so I hope it helps. There you go. Nice and cozy. Hold it tight, and you should start feeling better. How are you? It's been a couple of days since we last saw each other. I'm sorry about that. I would have come sooner, but... Well, let's just say the rest of the clan weren't very reciprocative to my ideas on improving your accommodations. Plus, there's a minimum 2-day waiting period on feedings between prisoners. I couldn't come sooner without arousing suspicion. They must think I was quite taken by my first one. No, they think I'm feeding on one of the prisoners further down the list. I suppose it's their lucky night. They won't get fed on for a while now. Oh, I didn't just come down here to give you a blanket, though. Ah, you can already smell it. Here, a freshly cooked chicken wing, as well as some buttered bread, grapes, and freshly squeezed orange juice. It's what you deserve. I really am so thankful for what you did for me, letting me take my time whilst feeding upon you. Moving at my own pace, any of the other prisoners would have put up a fight, but you were very considerate. It meant a lot, especially considering what I was doing, even if it wasn't as aggressive as the others. I appreciate that. You're the one who's shown me any kindness since I got here. Look at me, though, babbling away. Please dig in, fill your stomach, and don't worry, this is the first of many meals that will come your way. I'd bring some for the rest of the prisoners, but it was difficult enough just getting yours through the guards. They think I'm having a meal of food as well as blood, that my human appetite hasn't quite left yet. The truth is, it has. That chicken wing you're eating, its smell is far more potent than I was when I was human. Looking at it, I can tell you how many grains of salt lie upon its body. The details that I can perceive now are tremendous, but if I were to take a bite from it, it'd be as if I'm eating paper. No nutrition whatsoever, just empty nothing in my teeth are tearing through it. I've seen the rest of the clan eating. They have food all over the place. Their main hall is filled with more than most villages get in a year. But I have no idea what they get out of it. Perhaps it's just for show. It lets them pretend. I'm not sure. Now, please, stop speaking to me. You must be starving. How does it taste? Delicious? It looked lovely when I pocketed it. I chose the plumpest one for you, the crispiest piece. I'm so envious, just imagining the texture of it in your mouth, the taste, even the warmth of it in your hands. I can feel that either my skin's too rough, too cold, like stone. Don't stop, continue. How's the orange juice? Good. I used to love drinking it. That's why I brought it. My mother always left the glass out for me in the morning with breakfast. It always told me a new day was dawning. Blood. Blood tastes rather tangy when you drink it. It's more the refreshment that we crave than the taste itself. When I first woke up, the first thing I noticed was how dry my throat was. Even before I opened my eyes, before the time I approached you with my whole body was like that. Like I'd been wandering in the sun for hours without a hat. I remember being so worried that was how I'd be for the rest of my life. Hot, humid, uncomfortable. And when I grew agitated, while we were speaking, I was terrified I'd never leave that frenzied, maddened state. But after I fed upon you, it was like I was normal again. I could catch my breath, pretend the air filled my lungs has some function, that I have some purpose other than misery. Feeding, it's perhaps one of the only things that lets them forget what they are, even if it's only for a moment. I can see why we crave it so much. You're done? Let me take the plate off you. No, I don't have more. I'll bring you some later, though, like I said. In a couple of days, if you'd like, the next time I can book a feeding. Is there anything in particular you're craving? Ah, company. Yes, I have the same desire. It's been feeling very lonely wandering around the castle. There are plenty of people around, plenty I share something in common with now, but I don't desire to speak to any of them. Considering the vast lives they've all lived, they're all rather, how do I put it? Boring. They're all boring. It seems the only thing any of them ever talk about is feeding, conquering, or politics, and I don't care for any of those topics, or even the ones discussing them. I don't think they care for me either. They can tell I don't want to be here, and I don't know any of them very well. But I'm beginning to think most of them were born vampires. They were never even human. Don't ask me how that works. I haven't the courage to ask. I see them looking at me as I pace the hallways, walk across the main hall, wandering the castle grounds. It's like I'm some sort of creature to them, something unknowable, foreign. I'm just as monstrous to them as they are to me. The only one who dares approach me is Eladia, and I can't stand her. She's twisted, evil. The Baron's wife, if I forgot to mention. She takes joy in all the evil that this clan does. That's why she spends so much time around me. I think she wants to see if she can turn a human into one of them, not just physically, but morally. And I fear, given the length of our lives, she may someday succeed. But I'm sorry, friend. This is far too dark a conversation. I enjoyed our discussions because you remind me of what I was, not what I am. Please tell me about yourself. I know you were captured while walking the path one dark evening. Where do you hail from? Really? Oh, I've been there before. Such a lovely place. Yes, my mother took me there once when I was younger. I remember how it overlooked the ocean, the distant sun perfectly centered over the village square. It's one of the fondest days I can remember. But if you grew up there, you must have had such a wonderful childhood. Where exactly did you... I walked by that house. Oh, it was so beautiful. Sitting atop the hill. Beautiful colors flaring in the sunlight. I've never seen anything like it again. Did you ever go to that shop? The one with the cinnamon swirls? Oh, they were delicious. God, I could go for one right now. Just remembering the taste, the slight spice and the smell. We should go. I'm craving them now, and because of my condition, I can no longer enjoy them. And your situation doesn't allow you to leave this place, nor does mine for that matter. I have free reign of the castle, but they don't trust me yet. Not enough to let me leave, and certainly not with a prisoner. I'm sorry. Forgive my stupidity, friend. I forgot what I was for a moment, getting both of us excited over absolutely nothing. Thank you for the conversation, human, but it might be our last. This is my life now. There is no curing it. Sitting here, watching you eat and wishing I could do the same, it's not healthy. There's no point pretending I'm what I'm not anymore. I'm a vampire, no longer a human. I need to accept that. So, goodbye. I really did enjoy talking to you, and I'll miss our conversations. Out of everyone in this castle, you were my favorite. Oh, my friend, what's happened to you? I caught the scent of blood coming from your cell, and couldn't help but look. But you're near death, battered and bruised, pulped like a steak. You must be in such pain. What happened? Who did this to you? I should have known. Elidia, that cruel witch. I haven't spoken to you for weeks. Now, haven't even looked at you. But the fact she touched you makes me so angry. Has she fed from you before? I didn't think so. I've been feeding from the other prisoners, and this isn't the first time I've seen such bruises. I suspect she's the reason half of them went mad. Thinking about it, I can't tell if she fed on you simply because she wanted to, or if she did it to get a rise out of me. If she did, she's certainly done the job. This is the most I've felt in so many days, my friend, so many. Since we last met, I've closed myself off from my emotions. I tried to hide my human tendencies from the other vampires, hoping that they'd accept me, but they haven't. Whenever I was hungry, I would feed on the rest of the prisoners. I'm sure you noticed me passing by. I tried to hide my thoughts, my fears from them. Not of them. I've grown past that. Of myself. What I was becoming. I don't think I was successful. They know I'm not one of their oppressors. I'm like them. A victim. But I'm trying not to be. I've fed 3 times since we last met. Walked past your cell 3 times. And since then, I've not had the courage to risk a look at you. To risk shattering what I've built. But when I caught your wounded scent, the walls I'd built around myself all came crumbling down. I can't just leave you lying on the floor, injured. I'm sorry for not being there, but I am now. I'm here to help. Let me raise your head. It must be uncomfortable where it is. Yes, I came to feed. I've been doing it so consistently I've barely felt any hunger, barely felt the violence to call of that. That monster that now lives inside me. I had a booking with the prisoner in cell 19, but they can wait. My hunger can wait. You're more important. God, the pain in your eyes. I'd give anything to relieve it. But there are no doctors here. No one can tend to your injuries. We vampires never grow sick. If we do, it's simply because we haven't been feeding, and the cure of that is, oh, so simple. How do the other prisoners taste? A very strange question. My friend, given your current status, it is as I said the last we met. They quench the thirst, but it is hardly refreshing. In truth, the only time I have ever truly enjoyed feeding was when I feasted upon your neck. Though I can't pretend to know why. Are you feeling all right, my friend? Do you feel safe in my presence? Are my cold hands helping? Do they soothe your bruises? Or do they make it worse? Is that what I'm doing? By associating with you? By helping? Am I simply casting Lydia's gaze upon you? I fear that I am. But I don't have the courage to leave you again. The last time nearly destroyed me, and feeling the return of my emotions, I never want to lock them away again, you understand? They're far too precious. But that thought of you being trapped here, at the mercy of those unfamiliar with the word, sends daggers of fear into my heart. My darling, I will not let them touch you again. Should I put you out of your misery? A quick snap of the neck. It will be completely painless. But no, I cannot do that. I couldn't bear to lose you. Losing you would mean losing the only part of me I still care about. But the pain in your eyes, I must do something about it. If I could only hypnotize you, with a glance I could remove the pain, temporarily, conjure a sweet bliss in your mind that lulls you into a painless sleep. But I still haven't mastered the ability. I believe it takes years to truly learn. But then how can I help you? I'm going to feed from you, darling. The euphoria you felt last time will surely block the pain you're feeling. I won't drink too deeply. I fear, given how Eladia has treated you, you wouldn't survive much beyond that surface. There, I'm done. The pain. It's gone from your eyes, replaced with... I cannot even imagine. Rest, my darling. You are safe in my grip. The ones that harmed you will never do so again, I promise. I have made my decision. Do not look afraid, my dear. Though what is to come is no doubt dark, we will face it together. I am not going to kill you. I can never hurt you. It would kill me far more painfully than any weapon could. No, I have made my choice. I cannot do this anymore. I cannot pretend to care about this clan of monsters I have been abducted into. I despise them, hate them, truly and utterly. They are cruel, vicious, children inhabiting the bodies of immortal beings. They believe the rest of the world to be their playthings, and I can have no part in it anymore. Even if I have shown kindness, I have been complicit in their actions. And complacency in evil is still evil, my dear. I know I cannot fight the clan. I am alone, save for you. But they number in the hundreds. Nor can I free the prisoners. There are too many, and so many of them are already gone. Just husks of the undead of the castle to feast upon. But I can save you. It's only a small action, but perhaps it will be enough to redeem what I have done. Unlike the rest, you are still sane. Your will to live still exists, and that is something I can save. Or if I can't, then I will die trying. But you seem confused. Perhaps it's my venom, still running in your veins. You're going to run, my darling. You're going to escape. Together. Yes, I have decided there is no going back now. No more pretending that everything is all right. We are leaving. Immediately. You do not have to stand, my dear. I will carry you, as you have been doing for me. Oh, my friend. Even if my arms were free, I wouldn't stand a chance against the guards of this castle, let alone the creatures they defend. I have no intention of fighting them, nor carrying you through the castle. Our only option is to run. So we are going to take a different route. I have considered this before, sitting awake, wishing I was anywhere else in the world, but where I am, and I believe I have the answer. You see, this cell you are in was built to imprison humans, built to contain the vampire's livestock. But it was never built to contain my kind. This cell's walls are old. Merely placing my hand against them, I can feel their age, and by applying the slightest bit of pressure, they will fall. Come now, my dear. Someone will have no doubt have heard that, and if we tarry but a moment, they will be on us like dogs. Your face. How does it feel, my darling? To feel free wind upon your skin after so long, coupled with the euphoria of my feeding, and being in the arms of someone who's loved you deeply. You must be in heaven. Don't worry, my darling. No matter how much they chase you, you will never be held captive again, I promise. For this moment on, for the rest of our lives, you, me, both of us, we are free. There, that barn. We'll be safe from the sun in there, oh, my darling. And more importantly, we'll be able to rest. As far as I can tell, we're on our own. There are plenty of critters about, but no humans. This place is still vampire territory after all, and was abandoned long ago. No, I can't tell if any of the Dumonts have caught up with us yet. Hopefully, the sun slowly rising above the trees, they're seeking shelter as well. If we're lucky, it might catch them off guard and destroy them. But we're being chased by vampires that have been around for centuries, darling. They're going to know how to avoid the sun. Curious how they've been chasing us long without feeding. I wonder how they keep up their energy. No, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm just a little tired. Yes, we do get tired. At least when we haven't fed in a while. And though I fed on your neck a few hours ago, the droplets I dare to take don't seem to have filled me up much. No, I can't. You're still weak from a latest feeding. To take any more, my darling, I shudder, thinking what I might do to you. If you want to help, if you're feeling up to it, but me, let me lean on you. My feet are killing me. I've been running for so long, they feel like iron blocks and flesh. Thank you. I agree. This barn is in terrible condition. But it should do for now. It's a secluded spot, and mostly intact, save for the cracks in the walls. If we sit in that corner over there, the sun shouldn't touch us, dear. Notice how I keep saying us? Apologies, dear. I keep thinking of you in vampire terms, don't I? Though since we're traveling together, I suppose it's affecting us in both that way, isn't it? I'm sorry. For my foolishness, dear one. Were I smart before we left, I would have fed upon one of the other prisoners to rejuvenate myself. But I suppose I got wrapped up in what we were doing. And what happened to you? I forget what brought me there in the first place. And you as well. You must be hungry. Though I suppose your hunger doesn't turn into a vicious predator, does it? Only sometimes. Oh, my dear, thank you for making me smile. The stress of what you're going through, the shadow of the Dumonts looming over us. It is a mighty weight to bear. Though together, I think we can bear it. Please, beloved, hold me close and tight in your arms. Cradle me, so I might forget our situation, even if it's temporary. Let me pretend the sickness that inhabits me isn't threatening to destroy both our lives, just for a moment. Thank you. Uh, uh, Darling? Darling, where are you? They're not inside the barn. God, please let them be okay. It's nighttime. Could the demons have... Who's there? Reveal yourselves at once. Oh, my darling. Oh, I was so worried. Please never do that again. I feared the demons had captured you. Were holding you hostage, or that you were dead. I'm so glad you're not. Speaking of dead, why are you holding a dead rabbit? Yes, I can see the bow in your hands, and the quiver upon your back. They're very impressive, darling. Found them in the barn. I see. Who knows what other secrets it may hold. I must say, though, I never realized you were a talent at hunting. You're not? What are you talking about? You have a... Oh, you started in the morning, and it took you all day to snag that rabbit. I see. Impressive, considering how packed the forest is. But at least your efforts haven't gone to waste. Even though I am starving, at least you will have a full stomach. Oh, my dear, there's no point in me eating that creature. As I told you, such food has no effect on me. You eat it. Animal blood? You know, I'm quite uncertain how it tastes. None of the vampires ever brought it up. And I never thought to ask about it. However, since we have access to this noble creature, I suppose it wouldn't be a shame to waste an opportunity. Fingers crossed, darling. That's it. That is perhaps the most horrible thing I've ever tasted in both my lives. I barely know how to describe it, darling. Darling. Simply unpleasant would be the word. Like a black tar-like substance inhabiting every corner of my mouth. I'm sorry if I ruined your meal, darling. Though, I suppose... Though it should be salvaged, should be... Your neck should be in my mouth, darling. Come here. Come closer to me. Ah, the fear in your eyes, delicious. Almost as delicious as the ichor running through that meat sack you call a body. I'm not going to hurt you, beloved. Merely feast upon you. As I have already been doing. Is that so bad? Is that so cruel? It won't hurt, I promise you. Come here. Don't back away from me, dear. It's still me. Just the real me. The hungry me. And the smells that are coming from your wounds, oh, they're making me even hungrier. Aw, are you readying an arrow? It won't do you any good, dear. Go ahead, fire it. See what happens. See? It bounced off. It's not powerful enough. Less if it was silver. But you're not carrying any, are you, my pretty? Now come here. Let me... Ah, no. Stay away from me. Don't you dare. Don't you... I apologize for that, beloved. Truly. The hunger crept up on me, overwhelmed me, and took control of me. It took me every ounce of willpower I had to regain control, and even now I can feel it in the back of my mind, waiting to reclaim its place, at the forefront. No, animal blood won't do, darling. It tasted like sickness, and I believe ingesting it will do my body little good. I know you are willing, but I dare not feed upon you in this condition. Beloved, in my current state of hunger, I don't know if I'll be able to stop. And your blood is so nourishing compared to the rest. Please, my darling, let us take our minds away from this topic and focus on something else. Anything, just to help me forget the monster inside of me, as you always do. You have something to show me. Very well, my dear, let me see it. My, that is a mighty jacket, isn't it? But I fail to see... Ah, actually, that is a good idea, my darling. It is so large. It could cover me entirely, effectively blocking the sun, letting us move together during the day, and giving us advantage over... What was that? The Dumonts? They found us. They're coming in. I can see them moving through the trees. Come here, my beloved. I can carry you. If we are to escape, so weak. It barely took any effort that time. Look at you. Your little heart beating, your blood pumping, adrenaline surging. I'm going to tear your throat out between my teeth, darling, and feast upon your insides. That is a certainty. But make it fun for me. Make it exciting. Go. Flee. Do me a favor. Turn your little tail around and run. I'm so proud of you, darling. You ran so quickly. It was as if you possessed inhuman speed. Very impressive. All that time cooped up has made you a spry one. But it won't be enough. I know you're in the area, my beloved. I can smell your sweat. Hear your breathing, and if by some miracle you somehow survive the next few minutes, there's more on the way. More of my kind, our pursuers. No doubt they can hear me. No doubt they headed towards us right now, scrambling amongst the tree branches across to us at this very second. What do you think they'll do, darling? Nothing as horrible as what I'll do to you, that's for certain. If I can only find you, where might you be? Hello, darling. Yes, the beating of your heart, your blood rushing through your body. To my senses, it's like an orchestra. A bloody symphony of sounds. Speaking of which, come here, I'm starving. Oh, so tantalizing. If your skin tastes that good, I can imagine how delicious what lies beneath it. Especially since I don't have to hold back anymore. Don't have to be gentle when I suck out your life force. Don't move, beloved. Keep those eyes open. Everyone should stare death in the face when they meet it. No. Foolish Dumonts of all the timing. I'm on your side. I want them dead too. I want to feed. Take another step closer and I'll add your deaths to my desires. Very well. Don't say. I didn't warn you. My beloved, please wake up. I know your pulse is weak, but there's still breath on your lips and a beating to your heart. God, it's just thinking I might have killed you. Even if I were in my right mind, it would be enough to make it end me. I can't cope in this world without you. Darling, if I have, I'll let the sun take me now. Better a quick death in blistering rays than an agonizing eternity of life without you, my dear. Oh, darling, you're awake. This is wonderful. I fear that I'd fed and... Thank you. I suppose I don't need to tell you how worried I was. I've been sat by your side for hours, holding your hand, wishing you'd be awake. But too scared to move you, too frightened to move myself, in fact. I remember dropping you. You must have hit your head, fallen unconscious. My hungry self lunged at the demons and found us. I wasn't prepared for my savagery of attacks, and I don't remember much after that. Yes, I am in the sunlight, dear. Your idea about the coat worked. As long as I don't show any skin, the sunlight doesn't burn. Though, I wouldn't say I'm comfortable. I don't remember mornings being this hot. Other than that, I'm fine. The vampires, I thought. We wondered before how it was they kept their energy. My other self found out. See this, beloved? Several vials of blood that once belonged to them and now belong to me. Not a pleasant remedy for my hunger, not nearly as pleasant as your own. But it certainly does seem to do the job. They should last until you're well enough again. I'm feeling so much better now, even with the sun at our backs. Speaking of, if you're able to stand, my darling, we should make ample use of our new opportunity. Make use of the daylight, in a way our pursuers cannot. I'll help you up. Here, lean on me. Any strength you currently lack, I'll make up for. It's the only way we'll survive this world, beloved. Together. You smell good. Not in that way. You always smell positively delicious, darling. But I think lying upon the ground has done you a few favors. Being amongst nature, not even for a day, has removed the dank prison stench that clung to your body. Not that I'm saying you smelled. No, I'm not sure where we are, either. I chased you through the woods for quite a while, and it's such a haze we could be anywhere. Come, there's a clearing up ahead. I'm sure once we step through we'll get our bear... Oh my. Darling, have you gone mad? Or has our bout of bad luck paid off? I don't believe it. We somehow managed to stumble upon the very town you call home. Oh, darling, this is wonderful. Simply wonderful. It's as beautiful as I remember it. Why, the sun hasn't moved. It's as if it's in a picture, a beautiful portrait painted by the most talented artist in the lands. We must stay here as long as we can. The nostalgia being here will surely boost our morale, beloved. And I'm sure if your family lives here, they'll let us stay. Oh, I see. Well, that explains why you were traveling alone when the Dumons took you. I'm sorry for your loss, dear. But would that not mean your house is free? Perhaps we could use it as a base of sorts, providing you're willing to, of course. Darling, do you know what I can smell? You do. Yes, I can smell it even from here. In a far richer, far greater detail than ever before. Those cinnamon rolls we both loved. Those cinnamon rolls we both loved are still here, my darling. Still fresh from the oven, from what I smelled. Oh, so delicious. Come, let's get going. And let's just sit together and enjoy the moment of peace. But, we don't have any money, do we? I suppose I could hypnotize the baker to give us some, but that would be immoral. And again, I'm not skilled enough with the ability. I do not desire to potentially trap someone in a trance they could never awaken from. It would be my greatest nightmare besides your death, of course. What's that? Oh, of course they know you. But would they part with their goods for free? Very well. If you're confident, I will wait here at your home. This cliffside view of the sea is truly divine, and I do not wish to part with it even for a moment. Come back soon, darling. Ah, you're back, and so soon. But even a second is an eternity when I'm spent away from you, my dear. Ah, those swirls. They'll make a fine apology, I'm sure. How do they feel? In your hand? Are they warm? Is their exterior strong, but brittle in your grip? Just how I remember. No, I don't need one, darling. It'd just go to waste, but my senses are picking its gorgeous scent fine from here anyway. They seem radiant. Like you. But for now, I am exhausted after the day we've had. Darling, I've been awake for far too long by vampire standards. I need sleep. So, if you'll allow us to make use of the bed upstairs, I wouldn't mind resting by your side for a good while. Though if you could head up there first, just to ensure the curtains are drawn, it would be greatly appreciated. Darling? Darling, wake up. It's Elena, darling. She's found us.
She's outside. I saw her a moment ago. Come here, darling, and don't go near the windows. Eladia knows you're in here anyway, but I don't want her to see you and risk her entrancing you and forcing you outside. Just the thought of her touching you again. You must stay here, understand? No matter what happens. Going out there would be a death sentence. An untrained human against a vampire as powerful as her, she'd rip you apart in seconds. Yes, I know I'll fare no better. The little practice I got with my abilities, she was my clear superior. But I have to go out there, darling. The life we've been living these past few days, I can't keep going on like this. The two of us being hounded for the rest of our lives, it just can't. If she wanted it, we'd be dead already. Now, for whatever reason she wants us to talk. That's the only reason she didn't murder us in our sleep. She wants to make an example out of me. I have to face her. For you. For myself. For both of us, darling. Don't you understand that? Thank you, my dear, for always supporting me. You are the rock that bears my foundation, and with any luck, you shall continue to be for so many years after. Before I go, may I feed upon you, dear? You seem far stronger than you did earlier, and it would be nice to have your strength supporting me, even if I forbid you from doing it in person. Thank you, beloved. I know that with your strength inside me, I cannot lose. Now, show me your neck, dear. There. As delicious as ever, beloved. How did I ever get so lucky? Your eyes upon me. So beautiful, darling. I hope I see them again. I truly do. Hopefully, the luck that helped me find you will also help me return to you. Now wait here, darling. And should the unthinkable happen and I should fall, goodbye. You can come out, Eladia. I know you're here. The moment your shadow darkened our window, I could sense your presence. I doubt I'll ever escape the cold shivers your presence sends up my spine. Brave enough to reveal yourself, finally. I'm surprised you're alone. What happened to your guards? In my frenzied state, I killed them. I see. I have no desire to do the same to you. Simply let me and the prisoner leave, and you shall never see us again. This entire affair is a waste of time. They mean nothing to me. Just my flavored blood sac. Something I brought along to help me rid of you and your foul clan's presence. Yes, you caught me in a lie. If I were feeding on them, I would never have entered my frenzied state, would I? And no doubt you saw the two of us while we were sleeping, so lovingly embraced. You can see right through me. But that changes nothing, Eladia. Please, just let us go. We mean you nor your clan any harm. We simply wish to leave. You do not get to threaten them, you savage witch. The only way they're ever going back to the cell is if you kill me. And I promise you, if you manage to kill me, I'll do the same to you. So fast. I didn't even hear you move. Please, please leave them alone. It's me you want, Eladia. I forced them to come with me. It was my idea. Stop moving towards the house. Stop it right. I missed. How did... Your strength. It's impossible. Those weeks we spent in the castle, you were holding back, weren't you? It was you, wasn't it? My memories from that night are so fractured, but you're the one who turned me, who sunk their fangs into my neck and turned me into this. I knew it. Deep down, I always did. Why? Because I was your little experiment. Because you wanted to see if you could make me as twisted and evil as you. Well, I'm not. I'm not like you. I'm not a monster. That's why you stopped being kind to me, isn't it? After my first few days, you realized I'm not like you. Just because you made me a vampire, it doesn't change who I am, Eladia. Maybe you wanted to use your vampirism as an excuse, but the truth is, you're just a monster, inside and out. Can't breathe. Please, Eladia, please, don't hurt them. They're... We're not done yet. Look into my eyes, Eladia. Scared? You should be. You never bothered to train me in hypnotism. Never thought it was important enough to teach. Strange, since you taught me so much. Perhaps you thought it useless. Or perhaps it was the one skill you could never quite learn. Your mental barriers are very weak, so I'm thinking the latter. Regardless, I don't know how to give you a command. I don't know to give you an order. You're going to be stuck like this, Eladia. in a trance for the rest of your immortal life. Which isn't going to be long from the look of things. Darling, you can come out now. Sweetheart, it's safe now. The lady is dead. I got lucky. Killed her myself. No, I'm fine. The lady, I expected so little from me. When I pretended to pass out from her attack, she was caught completely off guard when I entranced her. Like I said, I was lucky. Huh? No, I'm fine, beloved. I just want to lie down for a moment. This grass is very comfy. Would you care to join me? Thank you, darling. I'm much more comfy now that you're down here with me. Thank you for your help back there, darling. No, you did. Were I just fighting for myself, I might have just given up, accepted a quick death. But you being back there gave me a reason to keep fighting. Darling, I wanted to be able to see you again, and now, because I succeeded, I can. We won't be able to stay here long. Another day at most, and the rest of the clan will be after us. No, but we have such a head start over them. I doubt they'll find us. If they do, we'll survive. That's what we do. I just want to relax, enjoy a quiet moment for a bit. The sun is rising. Could you fetch me the coat, darling? I don't want to move just yet. My vampiric muscles are very sore and probably will be for a while. Thank you, beloved. Just one more thing. Your hand, please. Let me hold it, dear. It comforts me so much feeling your skin against mine. I wouldn't miss this sunrise for the world. Oh, seeing you in the sunlight, all the different light sources upon your skin, it's an amazing display to my eyes. Sensational. You're beautiful, darling. The light bounces off you like an angel. I worry sometimes you may think of yourself as just a prisoner I took pity on, or even just a food source I'm keeping to sustain myself, but neither are true. What I said to Eladia, it was a lie, just to keep you safe. Trust me, darling, you have no idea how beautiful you look in my eyes. No idea how beautiful your voice is to my ears. How much I treasure every second with you. Could I hug you? Just lean against your chest and enjoy the wind running through our hair. Of course I need to ask. Your consent is very important to me. For everything. You always have a choice, my dear. When the vampires turned me, I could have never imagined I would experience such a moment, such a beautiful, genuine moment. I wish it could last forever, but the fact we experienced it all is wonderful. Thank you, my dear. I know I say it a lot, but I truly mean it. Every act of kindness you show me is one I cherish. You are my heart, the thing that keeps me going. You give me a reason to move, reason to breathe, and reason to try. You saved me from a fate worse than death in that castle. We were both prisoners. Really. And you set me free simply by being kind. I love you, darling. I truly, truly do. Thank you for saving me.